Well, good evening. And Peter, thank you very much. It might occur to many of you that Peter's former company and mine compete from time to time, and we compete very fiercely. But we also have some common objectives, and one of them clearly is to attract more women and underrepresented minorities to our business. And so, Peter, thank you very much. I do appreciate being introduced by you. Peter and I have known each other for a long time. Also like to thank Juniper and GM for their sponsorship of tonight's event, and I'd like to thank Catalyst for this award. I'm also pleased to be on the podium here with AG. Procter & Gamble is one of the great companies in our country, and it's a privilege to be recognized with his company. When I received the call to inform me that I was going to represent the company in winning this award, I was actually quite surprised. This was the first year that we had applied for the Catalyst Award, and they came in force and asked a lot of questions. And they immediately centered on the Chevron way and the system of values that our company has. And we talk a lot about the Chevron way, and I do ask employees to hold me accountable for the values that we talk about in the Chevron way. So I was very pleased that in some way our progress was being validated. We still have a long way to go, but it's very gratifying to see that we're making progress, and you saw some of the numbers in the video. And I thought I would just talk very briefly about 3 or 4 things that I think we've done that were touched on in the video that have contributed to our success in developing women. The first is clearly articulating the business case. If you think about this country, a lot of the diversity efforts were spawned out of an era where it was very much compliance-oriented. And I don't believe that worked very well. Every country has laws that we have to comply with, but that doesn't capture the hearts and minds. And in our company, we operate in 100 countries around the world, and we have to respect the cultures where we operate, and we do have to value the uniqueness of the individual, and we do have to create an environment where every individual can succeed. And when we crossed that bridge and talked about diversity in that way, we became much more successful in capturing the hearts and minds of our leadership, most of which was white male. Secondly, we do have a system of personnel development committees that are responsible for developing women, men, national employees around the world, and they work very well, and they are empowered and expected to develop our employees and all of our employees. Those personnel development committees work. The third thing that we did, you heard the reference to employee networks. We have about a dozen or so employee networks. A very prominent one is women, the Women's Network in our company. And what that has done is it has enabled each of those groups to bring issues to us so that we're more acutely aware. Otherwise, employees' issues become quite diffused. There are some very specific issues that women have to foster their development, and it's an avenue, these networks are employee-run, and it's a way for employees to have a voice that cross-cuts perhaps organizational boundaries. And finally, last but not least, you do have to track results. We're pretty good with numbers in our company. We have a lot of engineers and business people, and we're pretty good with numbers in our company, and so we like to track things, and whether it's safety, production, or any other financial measure, you have to track performance, and we've gotten much better at tracking performance of employees from those that we're recruiting off college campuses, hiring externally, developing in the company, moving through the pipeline, ultimately into some of the senior positions in our company. We have to track that progress, and we've done that. With that, I'll just conclude, and thank you very much for the award. It's great recognition. I appreciate all of you for coming this evening, and appreciate Catalyst for recognizing my company. Thank you.